Hello. Thank you for being on time for this class. My name is Arnoldo Carcamo, and today we are going to talk about the song of patterns of languages. To start with, the first thing that we are going to learn is, or we talk about natural classes. Natural classes is basically when we talk about sounds, we use, as you may know, features to describe them. For example, the p sound is not voice. It's made with both lips and a stop sound, noted as less voice, more bilabial, and and plus stop. It's very similar to the k sound. The k sound it's less voice plus velar. That's the name of the position, velar, because they share and plus stop. I'm sorry. Related with the P, they share, as you can see, some features, and they are in the same natural class. But now, focusing just on the K sound, this is produced without vocal cords at the back of the mouth. It's just a stop sound. This English phonema lacks a vocal vibration at the velar position, and it's a stop sound. So going forwards, we're going to talk about phonemes and allophones. Human communication depends on the use of basic sounds that we have, and these sounds, I'm sorry for that, these sounds are known as phonemes, which are the smallest sounds units that can alter the meaning of a word. A crucial distinction lies between, phonemes and allophone. For example, when you replace one phonema with another, it changes the meaning and also the pronunciation of a word. However, if you change or replace the allophone, only the pronunciation will differ, while the meaning will remain the same. Just to give you an example about it, in French, the vowels in beau for view, which means handsome, and bo for bone, which means good, aren't allophones because they represent variation of different phonemes indicating different words or meanings. It's very interesting to know what that sometimes a song can be a little different depending on where is a word. These small differences are we are going to call it as allophones. So you can think of them as different versions of the same sound, which make our language more and more interesting. After that, what we have is the inspired sounds. What's that? Okay, inspired sounds it's the ones that we make when we talk by pushing air out of our lungs through our nose. These sounds form words. I'm sorry, and sentences when we speak. For example, cur, skur, and stop. If you do it, you will feel that comes by pushing air out of your lungs and through your mouth and nose. So with these three words, kill, skill, and stop, will normally be pronounced with aspirate sound, specifically in the initial consonant k or sk or st. After that, what we have, let me see, it's minimal pair and set. Okay, when we study how words sound in language, we often compare them in pairs of groups. For example, just to give you an example, think about words like fan and van. They are very similar, but just one sound it's make them I'm sorry different. This helps us to find what we call minimal pairs. It's very similar when we have a group of words where each one has only one sound different. We can call it a minimal set. Uh, just to give you a better example, of that, I'm sorry. Let's take a look on them. Okay, right here. Look, big black bag. This phrase does not contain a minimal pair or minimal set because, as we said before, minimal pairs are two words that differ by only one phoneme, resulting in a change in meaning, while a minimal set involves a groups of words that can be differentiated from each other by changing one phoneme in the same position. The given phrase contains distinct words that do not serve to illustrate these concepts. Let me see what else we have. Okay, sorry for that, but it's too late. Let me see. Okay. The following words can be treated as a minimal pairs. It's just to let you know that to show you how many minimal pairs we can have. This is just a little list. We have pen and pen, fat and pad, tape and tape, and sit and meal. I'm sorry, hit and sit, meal and seal, chain and chain. So there are many, many others. Okay, just to give you a little example about it. Then let's see what phonotactics means. Okay, talking about phonotactics, the means of it is basically the rules about how sounds can be arranged in a language. It covers what combinations of sounds are okay, how they can be put together, and where certain sounds can go in words or syllables. Then we have the structures and the syllables and their structures. A syllable is basically a building block in words. That means that you are going to construct your phrases, your sentences. So most of the syllables start with a consonant like B or T. Each syllable has two parts: the start sound, which is called one set, and the end part, which is called the rhyme. So every word is made of syllables, and each syllable has a main sound called the nucleus. We are going to see an example about it after. So let me see. Which is the nucleus is generally, usually a vowel. The syllables can end in a vowel or a consonant, which makes them either open or closed. We are going to see an example about it also. So, understanding syllables helps us understand how words are put together and how they sound. This is the example about the word track. For example, the nucleus or the main sound is at the center of the syllable in the vowel I, track. And because there is a consonant sound after it, it's a closed syllable. You can see in track the letter K as the end, that means that it's a closed syllable. So the differences between an open and closed syllable lies in how they end. An open syllable is it's one that ends in a vowel sound. So you see the difference? It's open when finished in a vowel and it's closed when it's finished in a consonant. That's the main differences between. And at the almost the end, we have the speech process assimilation, liaison, and nasalization. What we have here is that basically when we talk very fast, as normal in Spanish, we are talking fast, and the word sounds like they change. We put words together, they might mix together, which is called assimilation, or some sound might vanish, known as elision. And also vowels can sound nasal before a nasal consonant, which is called nasalization. So phonetic assimilations in everyday speech, For example, I can go. The nasal sound in can is likely to become instead n. This change happens because it's easier to say when it matches the following velar sound g in go. So that means that it will be linked out the two words, and it will be easier for us to speak the English. I can go, I can go. It's like a just one word. This is called assimilation, where a sound takes a characteristic of the nervous sound to make speaking easier and faster. And phonetic elisions in the word government, for example, it's likely that the middle syllable n, ne, govern, govern. So the middle syllable might be left out when speaking quickly. This part of elision, where sound of parts of word are dropped in speech that make it simpler. So casual speech people often skip saying that part of the word. So, to finish, I just want to say, well, first of all, thank you for the time and understanding how sounds work. Understanding how sounds work in languages will help us to see just how the varied and lively human speech can be. Each word we say is like a small part of a big and complex puzzle. Thank you for your time. Have a great night and see you next class. Bye bye.